Good morning, class 6 children. I hope you all are doing well. You all are safe and following all the precautions. So, children, today I will discuss question answers of chapter 2. Okay. Last video I have discussed question answers, exercise, fill-ups and all. Okay. Today I will explain you. Now we have already I have already explained you this tryout, and here you can see, children, marble. Okay, so marble is a polyatomic. So please write down in your book that marble is a polyatomic. Okay, so here I have explained you everything, that why I have written glucose, okay, which is a triatomic compound, which is a tetraatomic and all. Now we have done already all the fill in the blanks. We have solved the exercises. Now have a look, question number 5, short answer type questions. Okay, so here we have to give answer in 30 words. Okay, so today I am going to discuss these question answers with you. So now, children, first one is write a difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So children, I am just telling you the page number also, so that you can find your answers by yourself. So the answer number 1 you will get from the page number 29, last paragraph. So please open 29 page number, last paragraph, and have a look. First line, it is written, a mixture in which the components mix with each other completely and cannot be seen separately is called homogeneous mixture, and because these components are uniformly distributed, we cannot see the separate layer. Okay, and few examples are air, mixture of salt and water, alloys, etc. Okay, the same then in the fourth line it is written, a mixture in which components do not mix with each other completely and can be seen separately. We can see the separate layer. For example, if we will mix the sand into water, we can easily separate. Okay, so we will not get, in this case, heterogeneous, we will not get the uniform solution. So examples are sand or mud in water, you can say oil in water. That also I have explained you with that activity. Now salad, vegetable salad, mixed dry fruit salad or mixed dry fruit, jelly beans, jams, you can see, okay, of different size, so different colors, so you can see all these are examples. Okay, next is why are mixture impure? Why we can say that and how we can say that mixture are impures. Okay, so answer you will get this on the same page number 29 only. Okay, in the third paragraph. Okay, in the third paragraph you will get the answer that mixture are impure substances because their components are not chemically combined and are not present in any fixed proportion. We know mixtures, different substances or different components can combine in the mixture at any proportion. Okay, they do not have fixed proportions like compounds have. Okay, and we know that mixtures are made up of atoms of molecules of different elements or different compounds. Okay, so this is the answer. Children, these answers I will send you, written answer I will send you. Okay, only I am discussing here. And next question is, how is sieving different from filtration? So page number 32 you will get the answer, because you know in sieving is a both are the method, separating method. So sieving is based on the component, based on the or we can use sieving method to separate solid mixture. Okay, whereas in filtration we use solid and liquid mixture for separation. Now this is the first difference, and the second difference is sieving is a method which is used to separate the components of a mixture which are of different sizes. So based on a mixture of different sizes, we can easily use different size and different sizes or pores or holes of different sieves. Okay, like gardeners uses different sieve or bigger one to remove the soil. Okay, based on that, different sizes, like jewelers, they use sieves of different size hole to separate different pulse of different sizes. Construction site workers are using different shape of the different size hole, so based on the different sizes. Okay, now whereas in filtration what we do, we use the filter paper. Okay, so filtration we use the filter paper, children. And one more thing, that filtration we use the we use solid liquid mixture. We use to separate the solid liquid mixture, and in which that solid particle is light and insoluble. Okay, it is not heavy weight, it is of light weighted. Okay, light weighted, insoluble. So this we use. How can a mixture of chalk powder, insoluble or heavier, can be separated? So children, I have told you that filtration method we use. In this filtration method we use the light and insoluble that mixture. Okay, we can easily separate from the liquid. But here they are saying in the bracket it is written it should be insoluble mixture. One component should be insoluble and heavier also. So for this method, how we will separate? We will use, for this insoluble and heavier component to separate, along with water, we should use sedimentation and decantation method. So I told you sedimentation, what we will get? All the heavy solid will settle at the bottom of the vessel, and then we will, with the help, we will do the decantation method, in which we will pour the water. Okay, leaving behind the sediment or settled part. Alright children, so both are different. Okay, filtration we use insoluble but lighter component, but here in sedimentation and decantation, insoluble and heavier component. Now what is atomicity? So the answer of this atomicity you will get on the page number 25 and 27 as well. Okay, so 25's page number, first line, it is written, the number of atoms present in a molecule of an element is called atomicity. So children, you know, when I explained the video, I have explained you atomicity of molecules also, how to find out, and atomicity of compounds also, how to find out. Okay, in the last video, in the exercises also, book exercise, we have solved like glucose, ammonia and all, how to find out. So all that glucose and all, they are compounds. Okay, so you can write any definition. The number of atoms present in a molecule of an element or a compound of an element is called its atomicity, and based on the atomicity, the molecules or compounds may be monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic or polyatomic. Okay, based on the number of atoms that are combined to the molecule, different molecules and different compounds. Okay, now next question is sixth question. These are short answer types, and we have to write the answer in 50 words. They are saying both elements and compounds are pure substances. Okay, write any two differences. So differences for this answer you will get on the page number 26. 26 page number. First difference between the element and compound is that element, as you know, that element is having element can not be broken down into simpler substances or components. It is indivisible particle. Okay, but compounds can be easily broken down by chemical processes, like chemical processes. Okay, like electric current and all, strongly heating and all. Okay, now so compounds we can easily, we cannot use the physical method for separating the compounds components. We should use the chemical methods. Okay, And remember, elements cannot be separated by any means because they are indivisible particles. So this is the first difference, that we cannot divide it well. Okay, and the second difference is that the individual properties. Okay, the properties of a compound are different from individual properties of the element. Like for example, elements, they are having the individual property, but compound do not have the individual property. They will make, after combining, they will form a new property. For example, the water is in liquid state. So water is made up of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Both are gases. Okay, but when they combine together and form a compound, the properties of gas change into a water state. Okay, so this the property will change. Okay, individual properties will be different in case of compound. Okay, now second one is name, B part is name any 5 mixture that we use in our daily life. So we are using so many mixtures. As you can see, we inhale the air, which is also a mixture come from the mixture only. Air is a mixture. Okay, we are using so many things, like your mother is cooking. Okay, is cooking any your favorite dish and she is adding so many spices and all, so her ingredients into it. Okay, now we are making so many ice cream also we are using. So we are using so many things that is made up of mixture. Okay, now like we are using same way, just like we are, if you are watching a TV also, TV is also made up of so many components, small components, that is also made up of mixture. Okay, so we are using so many things, jellies, jams, pickles, so many things we are using, and we can see, we can think that is made up of mixture. So you have to write 5 mixture. This question you will do by yourself. Okay, I have given you the idea. So any 5 name you can write of your own choice. Alright children, now next one is write any 3 differences between metals and non-metals. So children, this answer is also given on the page number 25. Okay, so I told you that metals are solid at room temperature except mercury, while non-metals are liquids, solid, liquid and gas. Okay, at room temperature. Now metals have luster, they are sonorous, and they are good conductor of heat and electricity. They are malleable, they are ductile, they have the high boiling point and melting point. On the other hand, non-metals do not have any luster, they are not non-sonorous, they are non-malleable, they are non-ductile, they are poor conductor of heat and electricity, and they have very low melting and boiling point. Alright children, so any 3 they are asking, you can write any 3 of your own choice from the page number 25. Alright children, now D part they are saying what is the difference between the molecules of phosphorus and methane. Formula is also given in the bracket. One is P4 and the another one is CH4. CH4 is the molecular chemical formula of methane. Also draw their structure to show the difference. Alright now children, now this answer, as you know, P4 means it is a molecule. It is a molecule of phosphorus. So because in the P4 or in the phosphorus, all the elements are made up of one atom, that is phosphorus. But in the methane is a compound which is made up of carbon and hydrogen. 1 atom of carbon and 4 atom of hydrogen. You can see. Alright, so the atomicity of phosphorus is atomicity, we can find out, we can calculate the atomicity, that the atomicity of phosphorus is 4, simply 4 it is written, and the atomicity of methane is 1 carbon means 1 plus 4. Okay, 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So we can say that this is tetra. I said tetraatomic. Tetra means 4. So phosphorus is tetraatomic, whereas methane is polyatomic. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So after 4 we will not write pentatomic, we will write polyatomic. Okay, now they are saying that we have to draw the diagram as well. Alright children, so for diagram or this molecular diagram, you should see page number 25 and 27. So open 25 page number in your book. You can see P4 is written, orange color, P4 is given, okay, and 27 also below you can see methane structure is given. So both the structure of phosphorus and methane you can easily draw from 25 and or 27 page number. Methane is also given. Okay children, now the very important question, what is the need to separate mixture? Why we are separating the mixtures? Okay, so why we are separating? Because first there are 3 points. Okay, first one is to remove the harmful component. Sometimes I told you we want a desirable component from the mixture. Okay, sometimes we want to remove the, like hand picking method, whenever we just pick the any so we need a rice. Okay, all the small from the pulses and all, your mother, your grandmothers, or they are picking the stone or husk particle. Okay, so that and they are throwing it away. Okay, or any debris they are throwing it away, so that because it is a harmful component. Okay, now first point is why we are just separating different substances present in a mixture. First purpose is to remove the harmful component. So for example children, you can take one example that we are for making tea, we are removing the tea leaves. Okay, we are staining the tea, we are removing the tea leaves into the dustbin. All right, we are not using that tea leaves because that is a harmful component. Okay, second point is to obtain the useful component. So we need a useful component. So for getting any rice or wheat grains, after separating the wooden piece or any debris, okay, we are just picking the rice grain. Okay, we are just sorting out the rice grain. Third one is to remove impurities for getting a pure. So if you will impurities, how you will say, how we can remove the impurities? Okay, to get a pure sample, for example children, I have explained you in my video also that how to, or it is given, the full process is given in your book, that how to obtain salt from sea water. Okay, we are making lagoons, pits near the river bed and all, and we are what is our purpose? Our purpose is to obtain salt from the sea water. So this is the example that we are removing the impurities. Okay, because we need the salt. Like this we can get sugar also from jaggery. Jaggery means good. Okay, so this is our aim. Now seventh question, you can see these are long answer questions. Here we have to write 70 words. Okay, so children, you are in class 6, but there are so many questions and I am providing you each and every question, and I am discussing you also. Okay, now I hope you all will get the idea of this chapter. It is easy, but you have to read the chapter and you have to remember, because chemistry is all about related to our daily life. Chemistry, science basically. So if you will relate with our daily life, like I have given so many example, it is given all examples we are just looking in our daily life. Okay, everywhere is chemistry that. So we can easily write, you can write in your own words also all the answers. So first one, they are saying write any 5 differences between compound and mixture. So children, one table is given of elements, compound and mixture, page number 30 in your book. One table is given, differences are given, elements, compound and mixtures. Okay, 1 2 3 4 points are given and with examples. So you can okay, I will give you this, but you can read. Okay, I am telling you all the page numbers so that you can read, you can find out the answers by your own. Okay, now then they are saying draw a label diagram to show the process of filtration. So this answer is on page number 34. Activity number 6 is fully explaining, is fully just telling the process of filtration. Okay, So you can see, you can read. Now C part, they are saying explain a large scale use of the following separation techniques. Okay, evaporation. So evaporation, can you tell me? Okay, so just let me give you the idea. Evaporation, you know, now only I said evaporation technique, we can separate salt from the seawater. Okay, so in our daily life, evaporation is going on at a large scale. Okay, that salt manufacturing industries, they are using at large scale that evaporation method, where nature plays a very important role, because sun heat, harsh sun heat completed the process of evaporation. All right children, now magnetic separation also. Magnetic separation in dump yards and all, you know, that governments bodies and all, they are just separating from all the garbage and all, they are separating the iron and all metals through this magnetic separation technique. Okay, now D part is, they are saying draw a label diagram to show how water from a river is purified to the houses. So I have explained you in my video, page number 35, it is written, it is given and written also, that water purification system. So I told you 3 processes. Okay, sedimentation, filtration, sedimentation or decantation you can say. Okay, with pressure it will go. Sedimentation, filtration and chlorination, these 3 are the processes through which water can be easily purified from the river, and then these government organization can easily supply to us. Okay children, so all these answers I will send in 2 days. Within 2 days I will send, or in, by next class I will send to you. Okay, before that, please, whatever I have discussed and I have told you the page number, please go through the page number and try to find out answers by yourself. Okay, because if you will read, then only you will understand well. So please do self study. All right children, so thank you and have a nice day. God bless you all, beta. Bye.